The other day when I said, you motherfuckers just don't believe in voting, huh? This is a fucking shame. 25%? A lot of people responded and gave me a variety of reasons as to why people don't feel like voting is important. One of the main things was people don't feel like their vote counts. Or they feel disenfranchised, like voting really isn't that important. First and foremost, if voting was not important, why do you think they redid all of the fucking voting maps across the state of Florida? Not only the state of Florida, the United States of America. And we're seeing a concerted effort from Republican legislators across the fucking nation to make sure that voting was harder for black people to do. So voting ain't important, but they did all that to redesign the maps. Secondly, I've seen a lot of people talk about, oh, my vote don't matter, my vote don't count. Well, I voted and then it didn't even make a difference. We have this thing where people will vote only in the presidential elections. The midterm elections have more of an impact on your day-to-day life than the presidential election. There are people that are winning your local midterm elections with 500 votes. People are making impactful decisions about your everyday life. Shit that the president ain't got shit to do with. But these motherfuckers are winning elections with 500 fucking votes. Like, get the fuck out of there. We got over 1 million people in Broward County. There's no reason why a motherfucker should win an election with getting only 500 votes. But then you'll complain about what these motherfuckers do when they get in office. But then you don't vote. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you have to be fucking insane to say, oh, well, voting don't really impact my life. But you pay taxes. You a barber. You a beautician. You a motherfucker that work in a trade that you got to get certifications from a person that is voted into office that approves your fucking certifications. The people that regulate all y'all little hustles. Yes, and I said that right. All your little hustles. When I say hustles, I mean the shit that you got to go get certified for. The shit you go sit in the class, get a certification for, and then say, hey, I'm a certified this, I'm a certified that. The people that make the decisions on those certifications are elected officials. And some of them are getting in office with less than 400 or 500 votes. But then every year you'll see your driver license fees go up. These certification fees go up. Different fees, different this, that go up. And you just sitting there wondering, oh man, I gotta keep paying these higher fees and shit. It's an elected official that went in the office and made that fucking fee higher on you. It's so much that goes on with voting that people just miss when they don't vote. But then you get on Bill Gates' internet and complain. Like, you gotta be out your goddamn mind to think that complaining on the internet and saying shit like, oh, voting don't matter, voting this ain't, like, it makes a difference. Voting is what makes a difference. Individuals getting out there and supporting the candidates that are actually going to change the world. And let me say something like this, because people, one of the other comments that I get a lot is, I'm tired of voting for lesser of two evils. The Bible says there are no perfect people in this world. So if you're looking for a perfect politician when the Bible already told us there's no perfect people in the world, you already fucking up. Secondly, you will look at Trump and some of these other Republican legislators and see them do all type of fugazi and bullshit. And be like, oh, we expect Republicans to do dumb shit and want Democrats and independents to be fucking perfect. Get the fuck out of here. The reality is you're going to choose the lesser of two evils. You did it when you chose your wife. You did it when you chose your husband. You had two options right there, and you chose the lesser of two evils. But now when it comes to politics, I don't want to choose the lesser of two evils. You have to. That's the name of the game. Nobody's perfect. I ain't perfect. You ain't perfect. The motherfucker next to me ain't perfect. The motherfucker watching this right now ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect. So stop thinking that when it comes to politics, this politician has to be perfect. One of the things that I seen this past cycle, somebody said something about being gay. I don't give a fuck about people's sexuality. I give a fuck about their policy making. Like, y'all let all this outside noise cloud y'all judgment of these politicians. Who gives a fuck who they fucking? Who gives a fuck, like, what restaurants they like to partake in? I don't give a fuck if they vegan or not. Like, that shit don't matter to me. What is their policies? What are their stance on certain policies? That's what the fuck matters to me. I'm 42 years old. I've seen so much change in the black community for the negative. And I can't help but notice the correlation between the negative changes in the black community and the rise of the thought process that, oh, voting ain't important, voting don't matter. When you don't have proper representation in office, your community suffers. The black community has not tried to vote people in office that really care for them. And I'm not just talking about Democrats. Fuck Byron Donalds. Got a lot of people that have lost sight of the struggle that it took to get you voting rights. And unfortunately, people feel like, oh, well, I'm going to hold my vote hostage. I ain't going to vote till I get some. I ain't going to vote till I get some. That's like going to the fishmonger, the man that makes a living selling fish, and telling him, hey, if you start selling steaks, I'll come spend my money with you. This man makes a living selling fish. He don't need your money. So that's what you sound like when you say, oh, well, I vote when I get some. You sound like a fucking idiot. Vote. Make your voice heard. That's who gets stuff. People that make their voices heard. When you vote, the politicians pay attention. People get mad at certain demographic groups because they get certain things, but they vote. They fucking vote, and they vote in mass, and the politicians notice it, and they go to their community and be like, hey, I noticed that you're voting in mass. What can I do for you? You don't say, oh, well, I'll vote for you if you do this, that, and the other. No, that's not how that shit works. Vote, goddammit.